I don't get the haters. You know, there's so many, clips out there of people doing things right and wrong, and people doing things for like profit or gain. Originally I started filming just out of curiosity. I wanted to know how many speed cameras there were, because I'd recalled that I'd seen a few of them, and the only way to keep track is to record it. And so I did. But then it became a habit to record every interaction, to record everything I do out in the public arena. Best way to cover yourself. But I tell you, the thing that cracks me up the most is like I hear one guy giving me shit. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip where the guy Justin is being arrested by the undercover cop outside the community library.
Come on, go on, throw me down again. Throw me down again. Show the camera. Can't do him. Don't fucking leave me! Ah!
Oh, just what's happening? What's wrong with him?
Fucking leave me. My back's sore. I got a sore back. Ah! No, I don't want to sit down. My back's sore. I can't sit down. Here, fucking you. Don't be a fucking cockhead, you fucking faggot. Fucking homo.
And I'd seen the guy turning around and getting his cuffs put on him, or what appeared that he was putting his cuffs on him, as I drove past. And I heard the screams. Yeah, fair enough. That's a hairy little car park to get into. There's not much of a meridian line there to sleep through. And fair enough, I snuck in there. I was right up that other car's tailpipe to get in there before the other car didn't hit me. But I didn't design the roads. I didn't cause any injury. I caused no harm, loss, or anything. You guys want to live in your constant fear of what almost might happen? You just want to live in the fucking present and get on with your lives. Stop worrying about what could happen, what may happen. Worry about what the fuck is happening. Look at the world around you. Honestly. Anyway, it was just a thought I was having while I'm travelling along, going from one point to another. Morning. Alright guys, so just going through some of the comments, which I haven't done in a while, in regards to the one where in 28th of March where I filmed a guy Justin being arrested quite heavy-handedly. So yeah, granted it could have been much worse, but what was done was unnecessary in my book. We've got people like Damon Manda, Kavich QT, Aotearoa Miss, Philo NZ, Pupu La Rua, Anton Barbich and Dean M have all made comments. Okay, so we have the first comment made a month ago by Damon Manda. I found Kiwi cops to be pretty good. I agree. They're a lot more placid than other countries that I've watched many times be extremely heavy-handed. Perhaps because they're not armed. Even in this video, no excessive force. Or, I don't know, grabbing somebody by the hair and pulling them around and trying to smack the back of their legs, to me seems excessive. Lay it bet if I'd done that to any other person, they'd consider it assault. They put up with all the abuse. They were just doing their job. Are you aware that the legally definition of job is a criminal act? If you don't believe me, do your own fucking due diligence. The guy was under arrest and his car was impounded. Everything legal. Doesn't mean it was lawful though. Do you know the difference? No one would have any cause for complaint. Well, I don't know. I think Justin would have cause for complaint. Though I know some that would complain about anything. Mainly yourself, Damon. If you believe that you are a person in a society and not a man on earth, you're fucked. It's that simple. If you don't truly know who you are, I can't fucking help you. So then we have Calvic QT telling me to please find something better to do, man. Maybe a job. I work from the moment I get up, from the moment I go to sleep. Usually passing out from exhaustion. I suffer from severe trigeminal neuralgia and ice-pick migraines. I'm unable to work. I did for 20 years, and after I fell off a couple of second-story ladders putting up satellite dishes while having seizures, can't really work anymore. So I chose to be a house husband. I chose to look after my family. I chose to put my efforts towards my stuff instead of putting all my sweat equity and hard-earned work to something else. You're fucking brain dead if you think getting a job is an answer. Well done, you trained muppet. Mike Tobin, textbook policing, well done. I agree that it could have been a little less heavy-handed, but on most points, yeah, they did a good job. And again, I have nothing against police when they act accordingly. As a police constable, upholding their oath and acting impartial, much power to them, much love to them, no issue. It's when you overstep your boundaries is when I have issues. Aotearoa miss, you're under arrest for being a dickhead, clown. Aotearoa miss, please go back to kindergarten, okay? Sounds like that's where you've come from. Philo NZ, you uploaded of this video has proven how awesome cops are. Great English there, it's some secondary education. Despite you trying to state otherwise, LOL, big fail, mate. I have learnt more about how bored you are than cop brutality. Enough said. When I say muppet, I mean that you lack self-responsibility enough to do your own thing and act as a man or a woman, that you need a big bad daddy government to stick their hand right up your fucking ass and tell you what to do. Tell me, does the government tell you what time to get up in the morning too? Seeing getting a job and being a good productive member of society helps? Poo La Rue. I mean, listen to the fucking names of these people. I can't believe what a total loser you are, Mark. I think you've taken a bit too much of your own product, pal. Don't know what that means. Perhaps if you got a... Listen to these muppets. If you got a job, you won't have enough time to stick your big nose into other people's business. What a dick. Takes one to know one. Thanks for letting me waste my time watching this. It makes me feel good that I'm not a retarded git like you. And of course we've got Anton Barbarich. Good Kiwi name, that one. Anton Barbarich jumping on the bandwagon and saying, I agree, you need to get a life. I see, I have a life and I know how to live it. I know that when I get up in the morning, I'm capable of doing whatever I wish to do. I know that I'm able to build anything, that I don't need permission from another thing to do whatever the fuck I want to do. It's that simple. You're living in a dream world. You think that this big bad authority called government or council or whatever has got you, and basically you're just scared. You're so scared of being a man or a woman and standing up for your rights that you'd rather be a citizen and get told what to do all of your life. Fucking, I don't know who the bigger coward is. You know, you take a pick of any of these muppets that think just getting a job is the answer. Now, Poo LaRue, I answered him, pay your taxes, work your ass off, there's a good boy. Because that's what you've acted like. You've acted like a child. You know? Follow. Be a good little sheep. What a good you. Alright? You know, the difference between myself and the rest of these fucking muppets that want to go ahead and put nasty little comments, when I've actually done nothing wrong, all I've done is stopped and recorded an incident. It's all I've done, and this is the shit I cop. So it's really amazing to show how much fucking haters are out there. But that's alright. I'm sure that someday you will get back what's coming to you.
Enforcement regime to quickly and effectively deal with harmful digital communications, and that's quite clearly online. It creates the new criminal offence to deal with the most serious harmful digital communications. Now, you'd have to prove that, Larry. I mean, you know, the cut and thrust of the debate on the net, I think, probably would slip under the radar on this, but if you're particularly nasty, and a lot of people are on the internet, then, you know, they'd better watch out.
But it's the unintended consequence, isn't it? You know, if I call somebody a plonker, you know, and I write it and it goes, what you do, and it goes on our website like you do.
You're hardly likely to be...
All right, I'm glad. I'll call you as a witness.
Interestingly here, Larry, the Greens, they split on this. Those 5 votes that voted against it, Gareth Hughes, Russell Norman, Julianne Genter and Stefan Browning, they voted against it. They were given the opportunity to do that by the Greens. They felt that it impinges on the freedom of speech. So too did ACT's David Seymour. He also opposed this legislation.
Dean M. They're allowed to force entry. Tow it if the vehicle is being impounded. Glass houses, Mark. Ooh. Look at your unnecessary acceleration and tailgating just to get your moment of fame. No, I was worried about the police hurting that man whose name was Justin, which is why I got in there to record. It wasn't anything to do with fame. I mean, fame is overrated. I don't give a flying fuck if one person watches this clip or 10,000 watch this clip. It makes no difference to me, because I don't care what other people think. I'm putting this out in the public interest, for the public interest. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. So, thanks for wasting all of your time, haters, for watching my clips. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. Put your thumbs down. I don't care. It makes no difference what you do to me whatsoever. Now, if anybody would like a personal one-on-one re-education, by all means, let me know in the comments. Dean M, fighting for Justin's rights. Lucky you didn't run over someone in that car park. Again, you'll be a great advocate for pre-crime, won't you? You look like you're going to smash somebody in the head, so let's just arrest you and beat the fuck out of you in case you do. Muppet. This is the other classic thing. Those cop cars, they entered through an exit way, okay? If you want to start picking on people not doing or following the road rules correctly, I entered into that car park through an entry, not an exit. Unlike those unlawful people driving fluorescent fucking cars. They were breaking their legal rules. Then I find out that Justin Goodwin, this is the man that was arrested, he's actually seen the clip and he's jumped on. And this is Justin's comments for all of you haters. Thanks, Mark, for having my back. If only you had been a little earlier. I willingly put my hands behind my back and was very calm. I agree. Totally, Justin. In fact, when I was driving past, I saw you and that cop face on each other. I saw you turn around and I saw you calmly put your hands behind your back, and it looked like he was about to cuff you. That's what I saw. There was no stroppiness. There was no aggravation. My guess is, once the cuffs were on, they tried their little torture tactics. Perhaps tried to slam your head into the cop car as you're getting in. I don't know. But that's only presumption. Anyway, moving on. Thanks, Mark, for having my back. If only you'd been there a little earlier. I willingly put my hands behind my back and was very calm, up until the arresting officer started shoving me around. Then, it's 2-on-1, and I got my head smashed into the roof a few times and pile-drived into the concrete with handcuffs on. I've been arrested my fair share of times, and always go willingly, and I never say a word. These dicks provoked me. I reacted like I always do, and yeah, I'm trying to change my ways. Hey look, mate, everybody has bad days. It's just one of those things. We are all part of mankind. No one's fucking perfect. These dicks provoked me and I reacted. I'm trying to change my ways. I have a baby now who needs a dad. Congratulations, mate. Good on you. Once you're a father, perspectives change, son. I'm not complaining. I don't really give a fuck what they did. I can take it. Never back down, never snitch, die fighting. Live, laugh, love, smile, SS. Alright, don't know what the SS stands for, but whatever. And BWAH 2012 plus Justin Goodwin's thing. So, you know, all I can say is, you know, the proof's in the pudding. That's from one that was there, Justin. That's Justin's views. That's his first-hand information of what happened. He got his head slammed into the cop cars, he got shoved around while he was under arrest with handcuffs on, and the heavy-handedness started. I lay a bet, if the cop hadn't done that, Justin would have been as calm as anything. Because that's what he was like on the side of the road when I went past. So, acting impartial, keeping the peace, it's a fine line. Okay? So, think what you like. That's my view on the haters. And as to all of the ones that think I need to get a job, you just keep working. You keep paying your taxes. And thank you so much. Cheers.